Hello friends, this is the making of page 2 of part... Hello friends, this is the making of the recently posted page 2 of Pure Black part 3. This page is part of the same scene as page 1, so it's constructed in a very similar way. I'm going to try to go through this page pretty quickly because I did already explain how I construct forest scenes in my last video. And also, like in the last video, I unfortunately don't have any screen recordings of when I was actually working on this page. But you probably know all about that already. This, of course, is what the finished page looks like. I'm just going to go through panel by panel and show kind of how it was put together. So let's begin. Okay, so first panel here, these of course are the final ink lines on the characters. That one dead guy is partially obscured by some of the trees. I'm just going to go ahead and turn the flatting on for the characters in the background here. And so just so you can kind of see all the layers that this panel are made up of. So usually whenever I'm drawing a scene, I'll do the shading in the background first, so then I can kind of match what tone to shade the characters to what the background looks like. This one, of course, I already knew how much to shade because I already figured that out when I was doing the first page of this scene. And let's see, I'm gonna go ahead and turn all the shading on, and then the hair highlights I like to keep on the topmost layer because then it gives the hair a lot of dimension, especially for lighter haired characters. Alright, now we're gonna move on to the second panel. And I'm just gonna go ahead and just turn on the color and the shading for the characters. Background too, and I'm noticing that I forgot to put the blood on the tree, so I'm just gonna copy over. The blood layer was on its own separate layer, so this is pretty easy for me to just copy it over onto this page. And this is sort of why I do keep things on separate layers, because whenever I mess up like this, it's really easy to fix. So that looks like it's positioned about right. Okay. Okay, now I'm just gonna put in, or turn back on the dialogue balloon. I type these in pretty early when I'm coming up with the composition of the page, and I also noticed that I forgot to put blood on the dead guy, so since he hasn't moved, I'm just going to see, yeah, that's where he is. I'm going to just copy part of the color layer from the previous panel. I'm just gonna... yeah, okay, so I'm just gonna kind of roughly select that. It doesn't have to be terribly exact because I just need to make sure I get all of the blood. And I'm just gonna move that over to about where it needs to be and put the layer in the right place here above this other color layer. Looks about right. I just need to move it over a little bit more so it's in exactly the right place. And this is also why I keep things on separate layers, because see how easy it was for me to fix that. Alright, just flatten that down. And those two panels look pretty good. And so we're going to move on to the third panel here. Okay, and so Connell and this other guy are kind of in the background. I'm obscuring that guy's head because in my mind it's pretty gory, and I didn't really want to draw something that's like overly gory. Like, I'm fine with it being really bloody, but since, you know, this is mostly sort of a love story, I'm not trying to, you know, turn people off with too much gore here. And yeah, see, there's like a whole lot of blood on the ground around this guy, so he's pretty messed up. Okay, so got all that turned on. Okay, moving on to the fourth panel. Let's turn on the layers here. So Connell has turned, and you can see his face and his shirt are all bloody. So on this one, I kept the background really simple because I, wanted to make sure Connell was very much the focus of this. And now last panel. Just get everything turned on, and I spent a pretty long time working on Joseph's face on this because he just had I had this idea of him having this very defeated feeling right now because he's just pretty confused and traumatized and feels pretty helpless. And it just took a little while to get that exactly right. Alright, so I've gone over everything and everything looks pretty good to me. I hope you guys liked this video. If you're not caught up on Pure Black, you can check it out at any of the links below. And just make sure to follow or subscribe here or on any of my social media so you won't miss any updates. And I will be back next week with a new page and a new making of video. If you like the music in today's video, it is the track 17C Midday off of the Mark IV EP by Aura Heavy Industry. You can check out this song or any other music by this artist at the links in the description box below. Thanks so much for watching today, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!